And now, live in studio, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. He's a successful entrepreneur, published author, top listing agent, a real estate and finance expert that goes to bat for you every day as a consumer advocate. Your host and the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes.
Yes, here we are again, another day committed to picking a fight with the mainstream media and always providing you the timely truth centered around real estate, credit, finance, PEO, and so much more. You're listening to the Consumer Quarterback Show. Our number one goals are to educate, entertain, enlighten, but most importantly, we want to engage with you so we can help you win.
The only thing I'm addicted to right now is winning.
So how can you engage? There's multiple ways. 813-670-7372. That's our Consumer Advocate Hotline. Give us a call or a text at 813-670-7372. You can call or text our Consumer Advocate Hotline.
You used to call me on my cell phone.
Check out our website, consumerqb.com. A plethora of information available for you on our website at consumerqb.com. You can see links to all of our expert contributors. Their contact information is there, and we would love for you to engage with them. We want you to think about this show as the hub of your financial, your business, your health wheel, mortgage, real estate, finance, so many areas that we cover here. We want to be that super connector to help you understand more about your buying decisions, make you just a bit more street smart, and we're going to keep you up to date with current events, things happening in the area as well. And this is Intelligent Talk Radio. I've got some intelligent folks here in studio with me today. Back in studio, my man and veteran, military veteran as well, Kevin Fiske, Mutual of Omaha Mortgage. Welcome back, sir.
Hey, thanks for having me back. You forgot Lending Ninja.
The Lending Ninja.
There you go. So we're all about helping folks with the purchase, with the refinancing. The thing with refinance right now, there is actually more equity across America available in homes than any time in history. So that's kind of an untapped thing, and folks have more credit card debt also than they've ever had in history. So you kind of pair the two, and there's some solutions with refinancing, because then all of a sudden you have tax advantages for the interest. But anyways, purchase, refinance, we got them all covered. You know, we do the down payment assistance. That has no restrictions. A lot of counties will have the down payment assistance, but ours will have no income restrictions, not restricted to first-time home buyers. I mean, literally, it's a game changer. So we did another one, 10 o'clock last night. I'm on the phone, approving someone that was just like, can you help me with my credit? Wow. Boom, $240,000 pre-approval.
I love that. You're going to show them the money? So, that I feel like we need to go on top of the mountain somewhere. I know there's no mountains in Florida, but we got to get off the top of the mountain and just start yelling 100% financing available. Plus the money goes, you get a gift fund. Basically, it's gifted. They relieve you of that debt of the 3.5% after 36 timely monthly payments. That goes away. So I mean, it's unbelievable. So we got to put our heads together and figure out a way to get that message out even more. Get people into home ownership. Get them out of renter.
Absolutely, because some of the county programs, too, require certain census tracts. They want kind of the lower income areas. And again, the program that we have in-house that I'm talking about, there's none of those restrictions. It just like you said, 100% finance, and let's make it happen. We get the 4% seller contribution, you know, the right realtor like your team. And that means they roll in and just basically sign and get some keys. Nothing out of their pocket.
Super awesome. And I want to talk about also something coming up as well, the reason why you might want to access that home equity. I was talking to somebody about a backup generator. You know, hurricane season's right around the corner. Backup generator, keep your house cool, keep your food cool, and so, also in studio, we got Patrick Moraites, PEO Advantage. Hey. Maybe we could say the PEO Ninja. I don't know.
Well, so I was going to say, I'm a little upset because the last couple times I've come on, everyone's got a nickname.
Yeah.
You got the Lending Ninja, you've got the credit magician, the credit magician, or the credit repairman of the hood.
Snoop. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Credit repairman. That's what they call him in the hood, he said.
You go with the PEO Piper.
There you go. The Piper.
Like the Pied Piper?
Yeah, like the Pied Piper.
I like that.
We'll help you navigate through all those PEO options for you. So
all right.
Maybe we'll go with that for future shows.
Yeah, absolutely.
But always excited to be on the show, always having a good time. I want to do something a little different today. I want to just share a bunch of tips with everyone on how they can go about selecting a PEO on their own.
Cool.
So just arming them with enough ammunition and data and detail of what they need to compile and put together, to where if they want to go at it alone, not everyone wants to use an agency partner like ours or a brokerage. They want to go direct, so we want to make sure that they go about it the right way, or they don't waste their time and as far as selecting the wrong PEO and have to go back through the process. So we're going to talk about some of that today.
Professional employer organization. We're going to talk about details on how you can utilize Patrick and his company to create economies of scale within your systems. To basically, it's like having a human resources outsourcing to a certain extent. We're going to talk about when's a good time to consider, what documents are needed to get a quote. Some interesting stuff coming up from Patrick Moraites, longtime friend of the program here. Also, want to let you know we got a home show coming up on the 23rd and 24th. It's going to be downtown. It's East Coast Consumer Shows. We're asking all of our expert contributors to get involved. We want them to be there, shake some hands. It's going to be the Tampa home show, Tampa's largest home show at the Tampa Convention Center downtown, Saturday the 23rd, Sunday the 24th. Come over and say hello to some of our expert contributors, and say hello to the folks that you hear on the radio and TV show, also on Apple TV, Amazon TV, Roku now, of course, WeBeam TV as well. So we're in a lot of different places. You can find us on YouTube, iTunes, Instagram. Make sure you follow us online at Brandon Rhymes1 on Instagram and Twitter, and of course the Consumer Quarterback Show pages on Facebook as well. I'm on LinkedIn as well. We'd love to connect with everyone out there. And let us know how we can serve you. We want to serve as your consumer advocate and help you understand more about your buying decisions and plugging you in our network. 207 Coronado Drive, Clearwater property here. As you know, I'm the owner of the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty, and this is a great property, 207 Coronado. It's right on the beach, gorgeous opportunity to builders, developers, entrepreneurs. This is a great opportunity to buy a piece of America's #1 beach. Again, Clearwater Beach just voted the #1 beach again, and it's right across the street from the Wyndham Grand, which is a $100 million plus project. The Hyatt is adjacent to it. Pier 60 right across the street. Intercoastal Waterway right behind you. This is a great opportunity. 207 Coronado Drive, Clearwater Beach. Excellent opportunity. $3.5 million price tag for this commercial property. 7424 4th Street North in St. Petersburg. Now, this is a gas station, corner lot. It's a gas station. You also have a mini mart. You got some food inside, and you got 3 service bays. So if you're doing light mechanical work, 3 service bays there. 7424 4th Street North in beautiful St. Petersburg, Florida.
Sun is shining, the weather is sweet.
And I got to give a huge shout out to Brothers Easy Moving. They did our move, and I can tell you firsthand experience that Brothers Easy Moving, whether it's a local Tampa Bay move or even a long distance move across the United States, Brothers Easy Moving is who you want to work with. They are first class, everything from the owner, Gary Thacker, all the way down. They showed up. They had 6 young men, strong young gentlemen showing up, 2 trucks. They wrapped all the furniture. They showed up and just did a great job helping us. They are reviewed online as well. 4.6 rating. It's one of the highest ratings on Google. They have an A rating with the Better Business Bureau and Angie's List, 4.5 rating on Yelp, and a Super Service Award multiple recipient. Brothers Easy Moving. Give them a call. Let them know that Brandon Rhymes, the real estate quarterback, sent you, and take them up on special offers. Just by mentioning that you're a fan of the Consumer Quarterback Show, they're going to hook you up over there at Brothers Easy Moving, the official moving partner of the Consumer Quarterback Show. All right, let's jump right into it. So we got some great content here. Kevin has a wealth of knowledge relating to the mortgage industry, and we talk about mortgage and real estate, what a big player it is in our economy a lot here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. And, there's so many reasons why people want to get involved. Maybe they're renting. If they're renting, they're paying 30 to 40% too much money to the landlord when they could own and build up equity and wealth. But, it really dawned on me this morning. I was talking to a gentleman that came over to the house, and we've got propane that runs our gas grill and the stove, runs our fireplace, and we should have went with the water heaters that are instant heat, the instant hot, and that would have given us 3, and then you have your free connection to the power to the gas company. But one of the things that he mentioned was that he also does these generators, these backup generators, so for $8 to $10 grand, $12 to $15 grand in some cases, you can back up your whole house when a storm comes. So this is, again, I'm just mentioning because, you can access your equity for all kinds of purposes.
For sure. I mean, you're right. We're coming into hurricane season shortly, but on top of that, not only the generator, but just regular home improvements. Is it time to redo the kitchen? Do you want to put the pool in the backyard, Brandon, like your house? I mean, all of that. Right. So, I mean, you access that, and so the difference between trying to put some of those things you might be able to do on a high balance credit card, but then you've got no tax advantages between. Obviously, I'm not a tax advisor, but
Right.
we all know the interest that you pay on your home is tax deductible versus credit card. I mean, that's just going to take you forever to pay off. So,
Yep.
I mean, just bundle all your projects together: the generator, the pool, the kitchen, the bathroom, and you're cooking with Crisco.
I like it. And then and you're doubling up, then you start putting your payments into one payment. You say, hey, let's tack on an extra $500. All of a sudden, the next thing you know, 5-10 years down the road, if you pulled out your amortization schedule, which by the way, the word amortization in the Latin means to die slow, amortized loan, right? So they do that, load it with interest up front. But the more that you can aggressively attack that interest, you're going to be building up equity and wealth a lot faster.
Oh, for sure. Just like you said, if every 2 weeks, if you make half a home payment, at the end of the year, you're going to make one extra monthly payment. Might not sound like much, but a 30-year mortgage will be reduced to a 24-and-a-half-year mortgage. You're going to save that's interest. That's straight up interest that's
Right.
going in your pocket.
That's
and
right.
not the man.
Yeah, that's right. And it's kind of like, you put it on those auto pays where they just automatically pull it out. And if it works well with you getting paid biweekly, some people, it's kind of like the guy that used to be on the info marketer TV show. He say, set it and forget it on that turkey thing.
Yeah.
Remember that turkey crisper, that chicken cooker, set it and forget it. So that's another way you can do it. All right, stay with us right here. Consumer Quarterback Show. When we come back, Kevin Fiske in the house, Patrick Moraites, and we're going to talk a lot about PEO, the real estate game today, and how you can invest in real estate as well. Stay with us right here. Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
Hey, I'm Ken Shamrock, and you're here with Consumer Quarterback Show. And I say, Brandon Rhymes, knock out your competition.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-670-7372. Online at consumerqb.com.
This is the Cannabis Podcast, powered by TrueLeaf on Radio Influence. It's an inside look and the scientific facts in and around the world of medical cannabis. Now, here is your host, Ian Beckles.
He's a successful entrepreneur, published author, top listing agent, a real estate and finance expert that goes to bat for you every day as a consumer advocate. Your host and the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes. listening to the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, online at consumerqb.com. Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 consumer advocate for real estate and financial advice. Call Brandon today at 813-670-7372.
All right, welcome back. Brandon Rhymes here, Consumer Quarterback Show, the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty. We're looking for agents that may want to join our team. We'd love to talk to you about that. We're growing our team. We're actually growing into other markets with our expansion teams now. So we are super excited about that. And we would love to talk to any real estate agents that are looking for that advantage. You know, Gary Keller came out with this $1 billion tech package, this whole platform. And it's all about it's the fourth industrial revolution. You know, it's interesting. If you watch some of his videos online, he walks you through what's happening when you look at Zillow and Purple Brick, all these competitors. They don't own their technology. We do as Keller Williams. And you know, anybody that hasn't started that process, it takes literally 2 to 3 years to create and develop, similar to what Amazon has and Netflix has. And that's what we have at Keller Williams Realty. Plus, we got a great team here, radio and TV show, husband-wife team. We got a small team right now, but we're looking to grow. PlatinumMVPteam.com and ConsumerQB.com. We'd love to connect with you. And if you're a home seller, we'd love to put together some really neat reports for you. You know, we've got some awesome reports here that we can put together for you. Moving guide, property profile report. This will break down everything that's happening in your home. We're going to break it down for you in terms of the comparables, you know, distressed property sales, all your neighbors' information. We've got it all right here in these reports, free of charge. All you have to do is reach out, 813-670-7372. 813-670-7372. We would love to connect with you. 1701 Mariner Way. This is another hot property listing that we've got. $375,000. This is a gated community in a great area. 1701 Mariner Way. And the property has 3-bedroom, 2-bath, completely renovated. Gorgeous kitchen. He did a great job. Half an acre lot. And you have gorgeous views. If you fly the drone up there, you can see the views of the Intercoastal Waterway. 1701 Mariner Way, Tarpon Springs, hot real estate property. 1790 Bayshore Drive in Dunedin. Now, this property is in the best town. This is one of the coolest little cities in all of Tampa Bay, all of Florida, really. Dunedin, one of the best places to live.
It is,
large
man.
backyard.
Dunedin's awesome, man. Like that downtown.
The super walkability.
All the little breweries and cool little restaurants that they have, man. And then they opened that new hotel with a rooftop bar.
Entry-level price. I mean, yes, it's a small house. You got a nice backyard. You got a lot of opportunity. This property is just above $200,000.
Wow.
To be in Dunedin. On Bayshore, surrounded by $500,000 million properties.
Right.
I mean, this is a no-brainer for people. But check out PlatinumMVPteam.com for all of our real estate listings and hot real estate listings and great market here in beautiful Tampa Bay. Somewhere sunny and 75. All right, so we're going to come back to Kevin here and talk more about the down payment lending options in a moment. I want to introduce Patrick Moraites a little bit more and talk a little bit more depth about this PEO. You know, let's start off again, just kind of blanket. What is a PEO?
Yeah, PEO stands for Professional Employer Organization. Another term or common terminology is employee leasing or co-employer. To kind of give the 30,000-foot view, you kind of laid the foundation or groundwork before. It's really leveraging economies of scale. So the PEO becomes the administrative employer. So they handle all the back office stuff that really you don't want to handle as a business owner. Payroll, HR, workers' comp, benefits, 401k, your ancillary benefits, all that is administered through the PEO. So you can focus in on what you got into business to do in the first place. So you but you are the worksite employer. So that's how you kind of dissect the two. And the economies of scale come into play from the aspect of, you know, the PEOs that we work with have anywhere from 20, 30, 40, 50, 100,000 worksite employees under their tax ID number. So the buying power that they have is significant. So you get technology updates and upgrades, discounts on your workers' comp insurance, the accessibility of labor attorneys and HR professionals, where if you're a 5, 10, 15 person company, you're not going to be able to afford to have that type of access. So that is, you know, some of the really important driving factors of leveraging, you know, a PEO. Yeah,
absolutely. You look at, you know, similar decision I made months ago when I was on a small independent real estate company, you know, trying to compete with the big name companies, the billion-dollar players like Gary Keller and Keller Williams. And then I looked at it like, wow, okay, let's join that team. And now we've got all this technology at our disposal, great teamwork, you know, the opportunity to work with other agents.
You were talking about the booklets earlier. I mean, how thick are those?
Yeah, those are nice little pamphlets.
I mean,
yeah.
and those are free just by leveraging your real estate firm. So, I mean, that's huge from the buyer and seller standpoint that you get that much data to go off of. I mean, no one does that.
Yeah, exactly. So we're gonna help people in that space, but so it makes sense. Now, so here we are. So let's think about this as a business owner. This is the Wall Street Business Network, 102.5 The Bone. Lots of savvy business people listening to our program. So when would be a good time for someone to consider maybe getting a quote for a PEO?
Oh, okay, no, that's great. So there's a couple things you gotta play out as far as where you're at within your business and what's the driving factor for you looking at leveraging a PEO. So a lot of clients that we deal with, it's work comp driven. So you need to examine when your work comp renewal is, and that could be depending upon the company at any point in the year. Another driving factor may be your employee benefits renewal. So a lot of times those renewals are staggered. They don't always align due to how you grow your business. So you may secure workers comp in March. Next thing you know, you grow throughout the year and you don't add employee benefits until November. So you've got a staggered renewal. So figuring out what's most important to you. And then a lot of organizations look at getting quotes for the start of the year. So that way they can start everything clean and fresh. And you don't have any tax restarts. So for example, if you're doing everything on your own and you're paying into state unemployment, and you ultimately make the decision to go with a PEO, you're actually going to have to restart paying your state unemployment taxes. So there's things to consider from a cost standpoint and making sure you fully understand the cost benefit of maybe potentially waiting or going ahead and moving forward. Because the saving you may incur, it may end up maybe in a wash. You may incur so much savings on your workers' comp and benefits that restarting your state unemployment taxes doesn't really matter.
Timing is important.
Timing is important, yeah.
So timing is going to be key on that. And then what documents would they need to bring, or how would that consultation work out?
Yeah, so in order to, if you're going to go through this process alone, right? So you want to give yourself at least 3 months to work this out, so you're not stressed. The last thing you want to do is realize that your renewal is next week, and then you're trying to get a quote because the amount of documents you need to pull together is significant. It's important to have payroll registers. If you currently have workers' comp, your workers' comp loss history. So 3 years of that if you've been in business for 3 years. If you haven't, a no loss affidavit plus the amount of time you've had workers' comp loss history, payroll registers, general business information from your FEIN, locations, all that data needs to be compiled and pulled together. If you're doing employee benefits, it's a whole nother animal from an employee census, personal health questionnaires. So there's a lot of things you have to compile. That takes time. And it takes you away from doing what you got in the business to do in the first place. So you want to make sure you're prepared to go through a lengthy process with that.
Yeah, it's important. We're talking with Patrick Moraites, a.k.a. the PEO Piper, we decided today, and the PEO Advantage. So
Kristen today, right?
Yes, that's right.
Just today.
Follow the Piper.
Yeah. So, helping you understand more about your small business, medium-sized business, this are things that, it's going to help you take your business to the next level. And that's the idea, is to, leverage the knowledge, the resources of another a firm that's not competing, and it's going to help you grow your business. So, when you look at that.
It gives you a competitive advantage if you think about it, because if you're a small company and maybe you're not offering benefits, now you can.
And you're more attractive
You're
to
more attractive to employees.
Yep.
It helps with retention. So that's really important, or important consideration of, engaging a PEO, because you can offer things that you wouldn't be able and that offered it before. Plus, the one thing we always forget to talk about is the technology.
Yeah.
I mean, the technology upgrades are significant. Having a true human resource information system to where you can store documents, employees stop coming to you to see W-2s and pay stubs because it's all stored online. They can access it from their phone. They can clock in, clock out from their phone. I mean, so the upgrades to give you that look and feel of a Fortune 500 company is all right there.
Yeah, we were talking about it. A friend of mine, we were talking, and it was interesting. They were talking about the the onboarding process for employees now. You know, it used to be you walk in, you ask for an application, paper, you start writing. They said, nope, they direct you to a website now.
Right.
So everything from that front end acquisition of new employees, new customers, it's all going digital.
Oh, and not too long from now, it'll be all voice too. I mean,
Yeah.
blockchain and everything else, and how that's going to change onboarding and everything else is just it's pretty exciting.
And you guys already have your Amazon Alexa skill developed.
We got our Alexa skill out there that supports people for HR related questions. So that's free. You can
Have
enable.
people been picking up on that
Yeah,
yet?
people
Slowly
are
but surely? Or?
It's the challenge is getting the device used in the home into the workplace.
Okay.
So that'll take some time. There'll be a migration of that over the next several years.
Right.
Because right now, I mean, even I have a habit of really using it for music, right? And playing Pandora.
Yeah, just basic stuff at home.
Basic stuff.
Yeah.
Turn on my lights. You know?
That's pretty cool.
So.
Awesome. All right, stay with us right here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. More from our expert contributors. Kevin Fiske, the lending ninja in the house. We're going to talk more about some of these 100% options. No money required out of pocket in terms of down payment money. Some really cool options that we're going to talk about. Also more from Patrick Moraites as well here later in the show. And we have our feel-good story of the day. Interesting one when you think about the internet and what's happening with the internet. People are picking up trash for a new internet challenge. So let's see if we can talk about this, get our listeners to help it go viral right here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. ConsumerQB.com.
Thanks for listening to my daddy's show. For more information, go to ConsumerQB.com.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-670-7372. Online at ConsumerQB.com.
This is the Cannabis Podcast, powered by True Leaf on Radio Influence. It's an inside look and the scientific facts in and around the world of medical cannabis. Now, here is your host, Ian Beckles.
He's a successful entrepreneur, published author, top listing agent, a real estate and finance expert that goes to bat for you every day as a consumer advocate. Your host and the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes. You're listening to the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. Online at ConsumerQB.com.
All right, we're back here. Brandon Rhymes, Consumer Quarterback Show, powered by the Platinum MVP team. at Keller Williams Realty. Check out our book on Amazon, Become the MVP in Your Industry, by surfing the radio waves. And we'd love for you to check it out, leave a copy, buy a copy, leave a review, and find out more about the BGCA. It's kind of the intro to the Business Growth Celebrity Academy company we launched with Ken Shamrock and Des Woodruff. Realize the celebrity in you. The Business Growth Celebrity Academy helps you become a micro celebrity, grow your wealth, build your personal brand, and increase your status. And anyone can become a micro celebrity. It's easy. And we teach you how. We got online webinar classes there as well, how to build wealth and increase personal status. So check it out, bgca.co. And we're back here in studio. We got the lending ninja in the house, Kevin Fiske, and the PEO Piper, Patrick Moraites here in studio. And feel good story of the day coming up is a good one. It's people are picking up trash for a new internet challenge. Interesting story there. See if we can help that go viral. And a couple of hot listings here. 7911 Jackson Springs Road in Tampa. This property's in Town and Country. Great area, kind of by that Hillsborough Sheldon Memorial intersection, Home Depot. You got the Publix there. 7911 Jackson Springs Road in Tampa. Huge backyard, partially renovated. The bathrooms are renovated. A large portion of the home has been renovated. So 7911 Jackson Springs Road. Owners motivated on it. Let's make a deal. 165 23rd Avenue in St. Petersburg. 165 23rd Avenue, St. Petersburg. This is a great opportunity here. Now, this is a corner lot, double lot, just south of downtown, and it's close to St. Pete, downtown St. Pete, and it's a 7-minute walk to Lassing Park and the waterfront, historic, world-class St. Petersburg, Florida. Beautiful real estate properties here. Check them out at PlatinumMVPTeam.com.
Sun is shining, the weather is sweet.
All right, let's jump right back into it. So we got Kevin Fiske in the house. We're talking about, the 100% financing option, and what a super alternative for people that, again, a lot of them think they got to have 20%, 10% down. This is a 100% option. What's the catch, Kevin?
There is no catch. It's just about helping folks. The biggest challenge for the home buyer today appears to be that down payment. I mean, it's not income, it's not assets, it's not job time, but it is, okay, I need this much for closing, I need this much for the required minimum down payment. Doesn't matter if you're conventional or for FHA, any program. But with what we have in-house, we can address any one of those categories. So they still have their loan program, any one of those, but then we're going to take care of the 3.5% down, the 3% down. And just like you said earlier, I mean, some of those programs are completely forgivable. You make 3 years of on-time payments and they wipe the slate clean. Wow. So it's free money.
It
money
really
from
is.
heaven.
It's really cool. Like people don't understand that. Say that again, Kevin.
Money from heaven. Was that the part or everything else?
The other part. So 3.5%. I go in. Normally, I have to put 3.5% down. So this fund that you guys work with, we don't want to say it because we don't want people copying, but this fund has 3.5% down. So a $200,000 home, $7,000. $7,000. You're telling me I get into the home at 100% financing, and then after 36 monthly payments, what happens?
They money from heaven.
They give it back to you.
They wipe it away.
They wipe the debt.
They forgive the debt?
Yep.
Wow.
You don't own.
That's awesome.
You don't owe a nickel.
So it's such a, think about that for a renter. Here you are. Let's say you're a renter. You're renting, an average size South Tampa place, maybe 1,200 square feet. It's going to be over $1 square foot down there. You're probably at $1,800 a month for 1,200 square foot place.
At
roughly.
least.
At least, right?
At least.
So let's just round it up to $2,000. So instead of paying $2,000, I can go and buy a nice little townhome, single family, maybe. I might have to leave South Tampa, just depending on price point. But even then, I'm building up equity. I've got this money coming from the heavens, raining down on me. You couple that with the realtor that's going to help you maybe give some work concessions in the deal. Who knows? Maybe we rebate a little bit back to you. I mean, there's some really good options out there.
Absolutely. The bottom line is the combination of all that. It truly allows the buyer to just write their down payment, the earnest money check, with the offer, $500, $1,000, but everything else. The $7,000 for required down payment for a $200,000 home. You get the seller concession like you're discussing. Then that means the closing costs, the typical to the title, to the
doc stamps,
all that.
All that.
Stuff.
Your first
the governor's
year's
got to play
homeowners
golf.
insurance.
Is what I always say.
For sure. Yep. So all of that is taken care of. So they march into closing, and typically it would be, okay, let me write a check for the $7,000. Let me write a check. You don't have to write a check for any of that. And it's not that you have to have A+ perfect credit.
Yeah.
And if your credit's kind of borderline down there, we do free credit repair, and we'll help you breathe some life into it and get it up where it needs to go.
Is this an exclusive program for
Yeah, you got to come talk to the lending ninja.
Now I
Come on,
get
man.
it. You got to get on the mountaintop and start screaming this.
Mutual
man.
of Omaha Mortgage. I mean,
that's
reach out to Kevin and Rob over there, and so let's take it to the next step, right? So that's awesome. That's really cool, but I need more convincing. Okay, all right. How about this? How about you buy a duplex, a triplex, or a quad? Meaning a 2-unit, a 3-unit, or a 4-unit. Live in one side, rent the others out. Now, think about that, man. You got money coming in from other units. You've already got into it with little to nothing down. And you've got other people paying you to live for free.
Cash flow. Yep.
It's all about cash flow. It's all about OPM, other people's money.
There's so many different options available right now. The market is strong as heck. I keep hearing people say, oh, no, it's slowing down, it's dying. I mean, interest rates across the board are the lowest they've been in 14 months right now.
Yeah, that's right.
Purchase applications that across the nation are the highest they've been in a year. So, I mean, the market is strong. It's just a matter of what is it? What's your goal? Where are you at? And we will, at Mutual of Omaha, we will find the right program, the right package to meet your needs. Heck, even like if someone is a homeowner, a lot of people that own their first home, they, in the back of their head, they're, wow, I know you can make money in real estate. Well, guess what? I got a special cash flow investor program where I don't need to look at your pay stubs, your W-2s, your tax returns. If you own your home, put 20% down. I can do 5 homes for you where, boom, you own the home.
Wow.
Yeah.
Let me say that again. I mean, a big challenge is debt to income, meaning in the past, it used to be you own a home, and it's like, well, how are we going to afford to show on paper that we can afford 2 homes?
Right.
Well, generally, that would kill a deal. Well, now with this particular new program, no, here, you just need the 20% down. We look at your current mortgage to make sure you've paid the last year on time. Then when we do the appraisal as an investment, they look at something called the rent roll. So what is the projected monthly rent for that market that you could get? As long as that dollar amount matches what your new payment will be, done.
Wow.
With 20% down. Let's do 5 and wrap it up.
That's 80 LTV. That's super aggressive. I mean,
Yeah, because people know now that the rents are up there, so they're going to be able to underwrite that from that common sense underwriting perspective. And just outside of that, we always talk about here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, working with that local lender. Kevin is a veteran as well. He's a veteran. He's got a heavy place in his heart for other veterans as well. Working with veterans, that's 100% financing as well.
Hoorah. Love the vets. You said it, as a veteran myself, the program that we have for that is no bank fee, no lender fee. The VA mortgage is the best deal out there because, again, it's 100% mortgage, 100% financing, and there's no mortgage insurance. So it's the great program for any veteran in America. But where we differ, our bank, again, will pay for the appraisal, no bank fee, no lender fee, and every single closing we do, we donate $125 to one of 4 veteran charities. We've donated almost $3 million since we started doing
that's
that.
Awesome,
so
man.
Very cool.
This is for real.
Really cool.
Hoorah. Come on, vets across the country.
Yeah.
Call in. We'll make it happen.
Yeah, all 48, 50 states, you'll handle all those. And then we also kick in an extra quarter to a half a point to any veterans that we do a loan for or a real estate transaction for, buy side or list side. Plus, we'll throw in the first responders. There was a couple bad accidents on US 19 today. I saw, first responders, medical, teachers. We'll throw in postal workers. Those types of people. If you come to us, we're going to take especially good care for you as well because of we appreciate what you do for society for underpay. They're underpaid in a lot of cases, and that's one thing that we can do to help them.
For sure. That is. It's great.
Kudos to both you guys for doing that and recognize such an underserved marketplace like that. That's awesome.
Yeah, appreciate that. It's something we can do because we're in the game. We see what's happening. We see the trends, and like Kevin alluded to earlier, that people out there that are naysayers or maybe talking about, oh, there's another looming recession and these types of things. If you look back, it was interesting. I saw this stat. Even when you had the SNL crisis, you had the Y2K, you had all these different blips and recessions over history, the housing market still continued to climb.
For sure.
The only one is obviously the 08 because that was strictly from subprime and
inflated.
loose regulations from the politicians.
But there's no way that'll happen with the laws that we have now. No
That's
way.
right. Yeah. and it's a strong market and appreciation. If we have 3 to 4 to 5% appreciation, that's a healthy market. We don't need much more than that. You know, we don't want it getting too crazy where it's 8 and 12 and 15 and 20% like you see in South Tampa and some of these different areas. You know, sometimes we saw that because then it gets irrational. Then it gets a little bit too inflated, and you got you know, quirky things that can happen within that market.
For sure.
You know, people start coming in with these straw buyers and all that kind of stuff. It's what happened in the past as well. But yeah, hey, some good stuff here. We want you working with Kevin Fiske here, the Lending Ninja Mutual of Omaha Mortgage. 100% financing options, and you do not have to be a first-time buyer. And, of course, the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty, we'd love to work with you on the list side. We're going to help you maximize the exposure, profit on the sale. And then also on the buy side, we got a great buyer agent team that will help you as well, and making sure you're, you know, submitting proper offers, and we know the contracts in and out, all the addendums involved with a real estate transaction. So stay with us right here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. More from Patrick Moraites coming up. And also, people are picking up trash for a new internet challenge. Find out more about this right here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
Hey everybody, I'm Forbes Riley, celebrity TV fitness host and creator of The Spin Gym. I'm here today with Brandon Rhymes, and you're listening to the Consumer Quarterback Show. Great ways to get happy, healthy, and wealthy.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-670-7372. Online at consumerqb.com.
This is the Cannabis Podcast, powered by Trulieve on Radio Influence. It's an inside look and the scientific facts in and around the world of medical cannabis. Now, here is your host, Ian Beckles.
He's a successful entrepreneur, published author, top listing agent, a real estate and finance expert that goes to bat for you every day as a consumer advocate. Your host and the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes. Listening to the Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, online at consumerqb.com. Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 consumer advocate for real estate and financial advice. Call Brandon today at 813-670-7372.
And we're back. Brandon Rhymes here, your host of the Consumer Quarterback Show. 1380 The Biz, 5 o'clock drive time, Monday through Friday. Weekend show on FM 102.5 The Bone. We got our TV show on Apple TV, Amazon Fire TV, Roku, Sony TV, 85 other outlets here now as well. So we are across smart TV platforms streaming. We're on, of course, on YouTube. A lot of content on YouTube and iTunes podcasts. Lots of ways that you can find us at Brandon Rhymes 1 on Instagram and Twitter. Find me on LinkedIn as well. And, of course, we would love to connect with you. Inviting business owners down as well. If you want to check out the show, watch what we do for our current show partners. We're interviewing next week. We have opportunities to interview for business owners that might be interested, business managers, salespeople involved. If you feel you have a good niche and something that would fit into our consumer advocate platform, we would love to talk to you. Inviting people down to the station here in beautiful South Tampa is where we are at currently, Salem Communications here. This segment is brought to you by our official hotel partner of the Consumer Quarterback Show. It's the Bilmar Beach Resort on Treasure Island, 10650 Gulf Boulevard. And the Bilmar Beach Resort is filled with fantastic and generous amenities to make your vacation that much more special. The Bilmar Beach Resort has been one of the most sought-after destinations in the Treasure Island area for years. And whether you're planning a quick business trip, maybe a local vacation, or a wedding, business outings, lots of ways you can get involved. Bilmar Beach Resort, they've got 2 pools on site, beautiful beach, sugar sand beaches, beautiful Treasure Island. The restaurant on site as well, Sloppy Joe's, and you also have bars, toys, games out back, volleyball. Bilmar Beach Resort, live music, just a great place to hang out. And let them know that the Real Estate Quarterback sent you when you give them a call, the Bilmar Beach Resort, and let Clyde Smith know, he's the general manager, that the Real Estate Quarterback sent you, and he's going to offer you some special incentives and discounts just by mentioning that you're a fan of the Consumer Quarterback Show. All right, we're back here in the studio. We got the lending ninja in the house, Kevin Fiske, Mutual of Omaha, Mortgage, PEO Piper, Patrick Moraites. And every day we're going to tell you something positive in our Feel Good segment.
Tell me something good.
All right, so people are picking up trash for a new internet challenge. The hashtag Trash Tag challenge is the best challenge social media has ever created. Byron Roman of Phoenix, Arizona, ignited the new trend calling out bored teenagers in a Facebook post. Here's a new hashtag challenge for all you bored teens. Roman posted on his Facebook page to take a photo of an area that needs some clearing or maintenance, then take a photo after you've done something about it and post it. And due to teens lately making the news about Tide Pods, Bird Box, and now the Momo Challenge, maybe I can inspire a few to do something positive, Roman told CBS News. So Roman's post has been shared more than 300,000 times, and it's more than just bored teens taking part. People of all ages all over the world are collecting trash from outdoor spaces in their area, posting before and after photos on Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, and Facebook. Let's keep the trend. Let's keep this one trending and participate simply by taking a before and after photo of the area that you clean up and include the hashtag trash tag in your post. What do you think about that one, Patrick?
Oh, that's awesome, man.
That's very cool.
That's really cool to see stuff like that happen. And we actually do a quarterly park cleanup with Fighter Foundation. There's a park that Ryan and Michelle DeYoung had adopted that's right across the way from their home.
Nice.
And it's a nice way to honor Michelle, who unfortunately had passed away 3 years ago to a brain tumor.
Wow.
It's a great way to honor his wife, and so we go out there and clean up a park, and it's seeing those photos is one of the amazing things, because we do it quarterly, and it's amazing how much debris washes up, because it's off the Hillsborough River.
Right.
It's amazing how much debris just washes up in just 3 months.
Yeah.
So it's great when you can have the community come out, because we always have 20, 25 people out there cleaning up.
Just pitching in for a couple hours and you're done.
You're out there in the first thing in the morning, 9 o'clock. You're done by noon.
Right.
Yep.
And man, do you feel good afterwards?
Exactly. Yeah.
Does it count if I do that in my living room?
Right.
Yeah, there you go. So we love these feel good segments. It's always something good. There's always a GoFundMe or something involved with it.
Restores your faith in humanity for about that long.
Well,
it does.
It's good that we push content like that out there, because it's important, because it's so easy to get hung up in the negative headlines of what's going on, and to see something like that is, you can get inspired and get behind it.
Yeah, absolutely. Lots of ways to get involved, do something kind for one another. That's what we always talk about here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. Let's jump into our lightning round.
The lightning round!
I am so good at lightning rounds.
I majored in lightning rounds.
All right, top tips, nuggets of advice, parting words of wisdom. Kevin Fiske.
Hey, the first thing I'd like to say is just go ahead and call the show. Anyone that's looking to buy, anyone that's looking to sell, If you think you can't buy, I mean, just don't hesitate. Reach out to the show, and we can, because every person's situation is 100% different. Income, assets, credit, debt to income, loan to value, all that. But please don't just sit there listening going, oh, I wish I could, maybe someday. Make it today. Give us a call.
Yeah, Someday Isle, right? A lot of people are stuck on that island called Someday Isle. And they get stuck on that island and they don't realize that, every day is passing by and they're just, sitting there with these same goals. And it becomes a habit because they say, oh, someday I'm going to do this, someday I'm going to do that. And they're constantly they're not taking action. So, motivation takes action. Action creates more motivation. And it's just a nice cycle that happens when you do something about it instead of just talking about it.
Yeah, just take that first step.
All right, Patrick Moraites, top tips, nuggets of advice.
Well, we talked a little bit earlier. I want to thank you for your service. That's awesome.
Thank you for the paychecks.
But we were talking tips on how to go about selecting a PEO on your own. So do your due diligence, do your research. You can go to napio.org. You can check out ESAC, which is ESAC, to do some research on the PEOs out there that are available. I recommend you use a brokerage, a PEO broker or an agency. There's plenty of great ones out there, in addition to the services that we provide. So there's PEO Match, there's PEO Advisors, Employee Leasing Quotes, or PEO Advantage. Work with an expert, but if you want to go at it alone, NAPIO and ESAC, you can do some research. Make sure you have all your documents ready to go, and give yourself 3 months so you're not stressing, so you're not under the gun and under the pressure of making a swift and fast decision. Get demos of the technology, make sure you do an analysis or cost analysis of your current pricing versus the new pricing. That way you can make a business decision.
So Patrick, every single business owner out there can just reach out to you and say, this is what I have, what can you do? And no cost, no obligation.
100%.
Because to me, this thing sounds no-brainer.
Right.
So they can focus on selling their widgets, digging their ditches, and the global domination or whatever the hell their company's doing, right?
Exactly. 100%.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll take 2.
There you go. Yeah, it's awesome. You look at where we're at in the economy too, with the first quarter of the year almost over. It's a good time for people to start looking at these end of the year goals. Where are you at? Are you a quarter of the way through your goal that you set? Are you where you want to be? What do you need to do to correct that? It's something that you want to do. Daylight saving time. It's crazy how we changed this daylight savings time, and now it's like my internal compass. I was up at 6:30. Now it's like it feels like it's later now. But you wake up and it's like, what's going on?
Clock?
Yeah, clock. Yeah, internal clock. But yeah, so you look at that, and there's lots of ways that people can get involved with the show. We want you to think about this show as the hub of your financial, your business, your health wheel. So many ways that we can help you. Lots of home-related services here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. And consumerqb.com is our website, of course. You can send an email form at consumerqb.com. We would love to talk to you and be in touch. And just let us know how we can help you. Lots of ways we can help local businesses out there as well. Here in the Tampa Bay market, the Gulf Coast region of Florida, we bring you on the show, help you create a lot of video content that you can then repurpose. And by the way, Patrick, you do a great job repurposing the content, the show content, especially on LinkedIn. I see you're getting 25, 35 likes on some of these posts.
I'm
pretty
getting
neat.
Tons of views too.
Yeah.
From the content. I mean, it's just and I'm getting a lot of direct messages from people that are interested in learning more just by putting the videos out there. I mean, what you guys produce is top notch. So yeah, it goes
Appreciate
a long
that.
way.
Well, it's because you're the PEO hyper.
I'm gonna have to change. I'm gonna have to rebrand.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to go through a whole new rebranding.
Where's the Piper? I'm after him.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see like a logo,
Yeah. Come this way, all these little PEOs.
Yeah. Show you where the party's going. Well, that's the other Piper.
Right, that's the other.
Yeah. So that's good stuff, man. I got to give a shout out to WholeBodyFuel.com, the official meal delivery service of the Consumer Quarterback Show. WholeBodyFuel.com. They are chef prepared. They deliver these great meals directly to your home or office. Chef Brian Adamo and his team do a great job, and they're preparing these meals. What else do you have if you don't have your health? It's so important to eat healthy. WholeBodyFuel.com, the official meal delivery partner of the Consumer Quarterback Show. So we got about a minute left, fellas. Any other parting words? Anything else? We got the home show coming up. We want our partners to get involved. We want our listeners to get involved. Anything else you guys might want to add to the program?
Home show, please, for sure. Come on out. Say hi to us Saturday. I'll be out
Kevin's going to be there. That's the 23rd,
sure.
I believe.
Yep.
And then the 24th is the last day. I think Kelly Oliver is going to be there on the 24th. She had mentioned her and her team's going to help out. We're going to have some of our realtors there at the home show. We got a double booth, so we got plenty of room. Bring your banners, bring your flyers. Meet a lot of people. I think Saturday. So it's going to be a good time. The home show, East Coast Consumer Shows puts it on.
That's at Tampa Convention Center downtown.
Downtown. Yeah.
Are you coming?
I'm actually out of town that weekend, but I know plenty of the partners that'll be there. So
yeah, it'll be a good time. People can get involved with meet the show partners. A lot of times people listen, and I meet people out in the community sometimes. Oh wait, I've heard of you. I've heard the show, and different. It's kind of neat to have that conversation sometimes. But it's cool when people come and meet you and talk to you, and that way you can have a face-to-face conversation and help them with their goals. We get a lot of calls every week about credit improvement or identity theft. A lot of people have been texting in for that rent versus own, Kevin. People want to know what they can do to empower themselves to live a better life, leave that legacy for their family. And one way is to getting into home ownership, 100% financing options through Kevin and his team.
It's a no-brainer. Omaha. That program is phenomenal.
Really is. Yeah. And we want you to please go out there and consider committing a random act of kindness. Pack up some food or clothing, carry it with you to and from your commute, hand it to that person that you see in need, and be a force for good in the community. And we'll see you next time right here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, ConsumerQB.com.
You've been listening to the Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes. Whether it's real estate, consumer, or financial advice, let Brandon call your next play. Contact Brandon Rhymes at 813-670-7372. That's 813-670-7372. Online at consumerqb.com. And join us next time for the Consumer Quarterback Show. Weekday afternoons at 5 on AM 1380. The Biz.
Are you a real estate agent looking to take your business to the next level and supercharge your marketing? Hi, I'm Brandon Rhymes, owner of Platinum MVP Realty and host of the Real Estate Quarterback Show, syndicated radio and TV show talk program on iHeartRadio, 1025 The Bone, daily 5 o'clock drive time on 1380 The Biz, and our TV show is on WeBeam TV. We're looking for real estate agents that want to join our team and supercharge their marketing utilizing some of our innovative strategies. We utilize the Real Geeks platform, Facebook marketing, internet marketing, and a lot of the traditional methods as well. Postcard mailers mailed for you, postage, signage, business cards, all paid for by the company. Aggressive real estate splits and ways to help you win in any marketplace. We need you to go out, take applications, and work our plethora of leads that we're generating on a daily basis. Reach out by clicking the form below, and we'd love to have a confidential interview with you.